I'll be doing the role of essay. So before starting with the meeting, we will be there are some ground rules to be followed. First, we need to keep the phone in the silent mode, and as Toastmasters, we need to avoid talking with we need to avoid talking on discussing on topics such as religion, politics, and sex. And please do not cross talk. So with that, we'll be going forward with the pledge. As everybody has a mission to achieve, even Toastmasters has a role to achieve. So I request you all to stand up and put your right arm forward for the pledge. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide.
The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a positive and supportive.
Is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment.
Mutually supportive and positive learning environment.
In which every member has an opportunity. To develop communication and leadership skills. Which in turn foster the self-confidence and personal growth. Thank you.
Thank you.
So with that, we will be going forward with the meeting. So with that I hand over the stage to the presiding officer, who is a chartered accountant by profession and has also won a recognition from her company. So with that, I will be calling Toastmaster Shveta on stage.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Fill the empty places with your voices. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's it. Welcome to the 526th meeting of Millennium City Toastmasters Club. Let's first, I'll just welcome our newest member. As you all know, Toastmasters is an organization where we come together and we encourage new members to join us to develop their communication and leadership skills. And today we have with us our newest member, Toastmaster Shveta. Toastmaster Shveta, I just request you to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Shveta. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. I stay in Sector 48 now, and in my family I have 2 kids. My husband, he's a retired army officer. I'm working with the Royal Bank of Scotland, now called NetWest. So I'm with this bank for last 8 to 9 years, and I'm here basically to work on my communication skills. I joined this Toastmaster, in fact, one class a long time back, that was 6 to 7 years back, and I liked the concept, but I was not able to join because that was in my corporate and I was not able to take out the time. So now I'm able to finally join it, and I hope I'll be able to work on my communication skills. Thank you.
We have a guest also, so let's just move for a guest introduction. How did you get to know about Toastmasters and something about yourself?
Please wait.
Everybody is laughing and I'm a guest.
ऐसे होता है. If you don't come for a long time.
I think we all are new, so welcome back to you.
So good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Prashanti Kevre. I am basically currently a member of Eagle Toastmaster Club, Lagos. So last 1 year I have been not in India. I was working outside. So Lagos is basically a big city like in India, Mumbai. So I have been there from last 1 year, and I am a member of Eagle Toastmaster Club. Before that, you know these people.
Yeah.
So I have been basically a Toastmaster of this MCDC from almost 2016. Yeah, and last 1 year I was not there, that's why everybody was surprised. I was there in Lagos and I was a member of Eagle Toastmaster Club. So it is nice sign that some international person is coming.
We are grateful. So, by the time we all know other people are coming, they are preparing for the match, let's have a small activity. I'll say a number and you all have to clap for that many times in a sync. Okay? Let's energize ourselves. As you all know, today we have a special session also on table topics, and table topics competition is also coming up. Let's just energize ourselves to be more attentive to today's session. So I'll speak a number. For example, I say 2. So you'll have to clap 2, and you have to clap in a sync. At the end, when you will clap in a sync, then I'll stop the game. So it depends on you how much you have the capacity to clap. Okay? So the first number is 3. No one should clap after everyone has stopped. The next number is 5. This was better. Let's do just one more number. I'll give a big one. 7. One more. Now it will be a simple one. 3. Good. This was this. So now with this, let's welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Varun, who will be taking this meeting forward. He will be telling you about the objectives of Toastmasters, the other roles, evaluations, joke master. So with a huge round of applause, please welcome Toastmaster Varun.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters. I don't see any guests today. So nevertheless, generally on every Sunday morning I am excited, and the reason for my excitement is that I am going to walk into Toastmaster meeting. Today I have one more reason. Not only me but you as well as the entire nation has that reason to celebrate. And that is India playing the final of One Day International World Cup. So it will be futile to ask, are you excited about it?
Yes.
Really excited. Okay. So like any one day innings has 3 parts to it. First power play, second middle overs, then slog overs. Similarly, our Toastmasters meeting also has 3 parts to it. So power play for Toastmaster meeting is the prepared speeches. Then the mid part is table topics competition or table topic session. Then the last part is very important. Instead of slog overs, we have evaluation part. So we will follow these pattern, and we have a special session also by a veteran Toastmaster, Ms. Shveta, who will be speaking on how to ace table topics. Generally, I personally shudder when I am asked to speak impromptu. So I will get anxious, I will be frustrated, and I will be sometimes frozen, not able to think on my feet. So address those issues. We will have Toastmaster Shveta, who will take one session on the table topic session. Since we have some time, let us clap more. So let us play one more game where we will synchronize our clapping. So we all know about scout clapping. Scout ताल बजा ये सब जानते हैं. So anybody can do it for me.
Nobody knows it.
Thank you. So we will be doing it thrice, and we will try to synchronize it. Are we game for it?
Yes.
Yes. So 1, 2, 3, start. Okay. Now the next part is we need to stand up for this. So I am giving one demo and then we will do it together. So this is understood by everyone?
3 times.
3 times. So 1, 2, 3, start. Correct. Can we do it both the rounds together now? Yes? So we will be starting with the hands, then come to our thighs. Great. Can we want to try
Now
more?
we are getting one. Now we are getting one.
Thank you so much. So, our Indian team is playing extremely well, and one reason of that is our openers are doing very well, especially Rohit Sharma, who is aggressive from the word go. So he is making opposition bowlers cry, but we have our opener who will make us laugh. And he is the joke master of the day. And let us call our opener on the stage, Toastmaster Rahul. And his sheer presence at this stage makes us very comfortable and smile. Don't you agree?
Yes.
So let us welcome joke master of the day, Toastmaster Rahul.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yesterday, I had a dream. A dream where I was married. Weird dream, right? Well, I do not have control over my dream. As soon as I got married, I immediately knew something is wrong with my wife. I saw one day she was playing golf. She hit the ball out of the park. She went there to fetch the ball and she found a frog in a cage. So she rescued it. The frog was not an ordinary frog, but an ichhadhari one, basically a divine entity. Upon being rescued, the frog said, "Madam, you have rescued me. Therefore, I'll grant you 3 wishes. But there would be one condition. Your husband will get 10 times of whatever you wish." She gladly agreed. For her first wish, she asked to be the prettiest woman in the world. The frog said, "Madam, that is fine, but remember, your husband will be 10 times more prettier than you." She said, "That is fine. See, since I'll be the prettiest woman, he'll be after me only. So, no issue." For her second wish, she asked to be the richest person. The frog again said, "Remember, your husband will be 10 times more richer than you." She again said, "No issue. You see, whatever my husband has is basically mine. So that will be okay." The frog was very curious and wanted to know what was the third and the final wish. My wife said, "Please give me a mild heart attack." Basically, I got 10 times of that and I immediately died. But suddenly I woke up. I realized it was just a dream. I prayed to God and said, "Bhagwan, kaisi बीवी देना, but ऐसी बीवी ना देना. Do not let me marry such a woman." And that is it. Over to you, Joseph.
Hilarious, isn't it? Let us look for that frog, not for the wife. Okay. Every one-day match, in fact, every match, international match, has a match referee who is actually observing the entire match proceedings. And today also we have this match referee in the form of general evaluator. And this match referee will come up with his team also, on ground umpires as well as third umpire with him. So let us welcome our general evaluator, Toastmaster Rhythm.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So today I am the general evaluator of the day. So I will be sitting right at the back of the club and I will be observing the meeting from start to end. And at the end of the meeting, I will try to put up some of the feedback from my side. So, what do you think? Why evaluation is very necessary?
It makes you better.
Not to improve.
It is said that anything which cannot be measured cannot be improved. So anything which cannot be measured cannot be improved.
Correct.
So,
Right. So like we are doing a meeting 526 times, 26 meeting. So this means we are doing this meeting from last 526 times, and with each and every meeting we are improving. And I think this evaluation aspect of this Toastmaster meeting really helping to improvise and to improvise each and every day. So there is a book called Atomic Habits. I think I got it that improvising 1% every day, it is going to be have an incredible and impactful change in your life. So this is applicable in your personal and professional life as well. So with that, I will be evaluating not alone. I have a team of evaluators today. So today we have 2 speeches and we have 2 evaluators, Toastmaster Rahul and Toastmaster Harjinder, who is going to evaluate Toastmaster Tanmay and Toastmaster Gautam's speech. And then I have a tag team wherein I have Romanian, accountant and timer today. So Toastmaster, I want to welcome Toastmaster Ritwik to present Romanian and to explain the roles and responsibilities.
So I will be your grammarian today. Let me start with introduction of this word of the day, that is ephemeral. Ephemeral is short-lived or transient. You can use an example like the beauty of the sunset is ephemeral, or the fashion industry has ephemeral trends, something that is not going to be there for long. Okay. So
The last letter is I or L?
L. Ephemeral. It's my bad handwriting, sorry. Okay, and I encourage you all to use this word as often as possible in your speeches. Okay. Now the grammarian part. I will measure you on 6 different aspects. Okay. Basically 2 different categories. First category is the basic category, and second is the advanced category. Basic category has something like mispronunciations, incomplete sentences, and grammatical mistakes. Clear with this, right? The advanced category is something like malapropism. Malapropism is when you use some unintended word. For example, he is the very pineapple of success. It should be very pinnacle of the success. It's malapropism. Okay. Second is E, eloquence. It's like the mastery over the words. I mean, how you come forward your speeches, how you express your feelings, maybe using some vocabulary or some maxims or sayings. Okay. And last one is the non-sequiturs. Non-sequiturs is you have said something, but the conclusion after that is not following that. For example, I say that he is a good cook. That means he is a good dancer as well. It's not following that, right? So basically, out of these 6 different aspects, 5 should go down, like mispronunciation, incomplete sentences, grammatical errors, malapropism, as well as the non-sequiturs. Only one thing should go up, that is eloquence, how you express yourself. Okay? Best of luck.
So very well explained by Toastmasters. I think it was though technical but very well explained in terms of the approaches. Now I welcome on stage Toastmaster Jitendra, who will be the counter of the day and is going to explain the roles and responsibilities as an counter. Yeah.
So good morning Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
As a R counter, I shall take note of crutch words such as well, but, so, you know, sounds such as repeated word such as I, this means. In addition, I shall listen to everyone for long pauses used as fillers, not as a necessary part of sentence structure. When called upon general evaluator, I shall present my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jitendra, for explaining the roles and responsibility. I think as an R counter is very important role because we unwillingly and unconsciously have habit to use some filler words. So it is very important to monitor if you use too many filler words, and it will help you improving your communication. You will be more clear when you will speak. And I think we have a camera over here, so you can definitely watch your recording and see how many filler words and how many crunch words you use unconsciously. So with that, I will invite timer of the day, Toastmaster Dada Simon, who will be the timer today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friends. What is the role of timer?
Good, Dennis.
Yes, very good. Exactly. So that means I have to control you people. Otherwise, it will be chaos. No control. Rahul will tell a story up to 4 p.m. It is not easy to bear in then. So today I am going to do this role timer. As a timer, I will monitor and record time for each meeting segment and each speaker. I will operate the timing signal indicating each speaker how long he has been taking. तो signal जो है जो भी signals I have to everyone that timing 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I will accordingly show. If exceed or under, I will disqualify immediately. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sorry.
I would request, after explaining the roles, we have a gesture of handshake, so it's recommended. So I think time is very important in terms of Toastmaster meeting. We start at 10:30 and we end at 12:45. And during the time, we have a lot of roles starting from all the evaluations and speeches. So I mean, monitoring time in Toastmaster meeting is really important, and when you speak also. With that, I will be presenting the report at the end of the meeting. So thank you very much. Oh, sorry. So handing over space to Toastmaster meeting. Thank you, Ram. Thank you so much. Sorry.
Okay, we all know Virat Kohli.
Yes.
Yes, he is the batting fulcrum around whom our entire batting is revolving, correct? And he shows how to ace those 4s and 6s. And he is the highest scorer in the World Cup also. And he has been there for long. He is veteran. He is playing international cricket since 2010-11. He has played in 2011 One Day World Cup, then he has represented India in 2015 as well in the World Cup, then 2019 he was the captain, then 2023 again he is the leading run scorer. Today we have our Virat Kohli of this session, and she is Toastmaster Shveta, who will be showing us how to ace table topics. What are the tricks and tips so that you can excel whenever you are asked to speak impromptu. And she, like Virat Kohli, she has been there in the Toastmaster since 2015. She is a corporate trainer and she has been area director, president, VP education, and she has also been as a final contestant at district level table topic contest. So let us welcome our Virat Kohli, Toastmaster.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning. Did we have breakfast?
Yes.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Excellent. Today we will be talking about table topics. Before we start, I have been told that we do not have a projector. So, if you can just come a little closer so that we can view the screen of my laptop.
You can share this on WhatsApp. We can check on our phone.
Yeah, I can see.
That won't be very.
Yeah, then you will use
Yeah, it won't work very well, trust me. Because everybody will be busy looking into their phones then. Trust me, it won't work as well.
We can come back.
Right? So if we can just come closer a little bit, I think that will help. Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, we can do that. It's not much, but sure it will be my task easier. Okay. So I don't want to waste much time. We can just dive into it right away. Okay? Alright. So who finds giving a prepared speech hard? Who finds it hard? So what is harder?
table topics.
Very simple. How about giving a speech without any preparation at all? And in Toastmasters, we call it table topics. Prashant sir, why do we call it table topics?
So, table topic is impromptu speeches, and another thing is that what often you don't have to think.
No. Where did this term come from? Table topics. Does anyone know here?
Yes, I think dinner table discussions like some like.
No.
So you were given topic on the table basically just on the spot. Literally.
On the roundtable conference table, something.
Exactly. What they used to do was to write the topics on slips and they would place them on a table. And people would pick up the topics from the table. So they did not put much thought into it. They just named it table topics. That's how the name came about. Why is impromptu speech important? Forget Toastmasters. Why is it important? Why do we have this activity in Toastmasters in the first place?
It's basically, I believe, is very important in general life when you are almost every day presented with different difficult scenarios. How you respond to it, how you can think about multiple solutions and then arrive at the best one within very short duration of time. So this is very much correlated with that activity.
Excellent answer. Thank you very much. Anything else?
To improve your communication, you always don't get something prepared in your mind. You have to speak something on the spot. Everywhere.
Absolutely. Can you give me a scenario where we might have to do that?
Sometimes in my class, when I have to answer some questions.
I mean, in professional life also. So there are times when you are asked in from your boss like what to do. I mean, what are your thoughts on it? Right. So in that scenario, the critical thinking, this impromptu practice is really important because you are able to think on your feet and able to communicate. That your thought process. So it is
able to communicate is the key here. We may have many thoughts, but how well are we able to communicate? And table topics is one exercise that trains our brain to communicate our thoughts well. Okay, so it gives us confidence. Do you all agree?
Yes.
Assume leadership. Again, for sure. Become more definite. What is the meaning of becoming more definite? We've already covered it here.
Like sometimes we have to be particular. Like in 2 minutes, we have to cover everything. So
Yes.
More sure, like you are emphatically saying what you want to say.
Effectively,
clarity, in simple clarity.
clear, yes, with clarity, yes.
Quick reaction is most important. And what happens in basically in a table topic or impromptu speeches, today if you do the quick reaction, people will think that he is aware of everything. That is most important. Because
Again, that adds to our confidence as well, right? Okay. So, how many of you have ever felt this way? You have an argument with someone, or you have a discussion with someone, and 2 hours later you think, oh, I should have said that.
Yeah.
Always.
All of us. So, table topics also helps us overcome that fear. We don't have to feel because we can come up with better answers. Impromptu. Okay. When we prepare for table topics, we are working on our listening, reading and writing skills. Yes? How much time do I have, sorry?
15 minutes more.
Alright, thanks. Personal potential, obviously it helps us reach our personal potential. We can have better arguments with our partner at home, with our kids. Fearless and expressive. Most of the times we do not express ourselves because we are scared of being judged. So once we ace table topics, we are not scared of being judged anymore and we can be more expressive. And of course we come across as cool dudes and cool dudettes, alright? So basically we are training our mind through table topics. How can I ace impromptu speaking? 2 ways: prepared speeches and impromptu speeches in the class. So please make sure you take up any slots that are available. Always raise your hands in the table topics section as well. For success in table topics, this is from the point of view of the contest, especially listen very carefully. I have a short story to share from my district level performance. Before the district level happened, I was told by my mentors that somehow, Shveta, this season people are not able to comprehend the topic. And I said, how is that possible? We are all English speaking, speakers. I mean, we all speak English very well, and why would we not comprehend the topic? So I dismissed it completely. And on the morning of the contest, I woke up and went there very confident, overconfident perhaps. And what happened when the contest chair said the topic, it did not make sense to me. It was all gibberish to my mind. So yes, this is from my personal experience. Listen very carefully.
What was the topic, if you remember?
Yes, I do. I can never forget that topic. Because the moment I left the room, first of all, I went on stage, completely humiliated myself for 2 minutes, spoke anyway. I did not know what I was saying, left the room. In fact, I went to the door and the SAA told me, sorry, you can't leave the room. And I gave him one look and he let me go out. The moment I stepped out, I got the topic. The topic was, it is better to have sweated in peace than to have bled in war. It is better to sweat in peace than to bleed in war. So yes, please listen very carefully. We may dismiss this completely. This is nothing, but it is very important. Pause, confirm. If you're not sure, confirm the topic. Then say what you have to say, and then finish. Now, of course, table topics is also, the speeches are also like prepared speeches. Please remember, they must have structure, they must have organization. What does that mean? An opening, a body, and a conclusion. It is a must. This is from the perspective of the panel of the judges. What will they be judging you on? They will be judging you on, we will cover that in detail. Logic. Does your speech have any logic in it? Directness. How clear are you with your message? Enthusiasm. Why is this important?
Yeah. To become an effective speaker, you need to deliver your message energetically and with empathy.
Why?
It's contagious.
Audience is contagious. And if I talk like, okay, yesterday I went to the market and then I met a friend after 10 years.
Audience will disengage.
Why? Because I myself am not interested, or I come across as very nervous, perhaps. or I may come across as someone who does not know what she's talking about. So obviously I have to come across as enthusiastic. See, this will be available online, the ballot paper, so you don't have to make notes right now. Achievement of purpose. What is the meaning of achievement of purpose?
Message you want to convey.
Exactly. It should be relevant to the topic. Keep the main thing the main thing. Do not digress. You don't have to talk for the sake of it. Make sure you refer to the topic and you're able to convey your message. Okay, successful opening. We don't have much time, so I will cover this very quickly. Sorry. Yeah. Why should we have a successful opening? Again, we all know it's very important to grab the attention of the audience within the first 5 seconds of your speech. Why is that important? Of course, to get the attention. You may introduce the topic if you want. It helps the audience to understand and relate to the message. It takes 5 to 10% of the speech time. All this comes with practice. So please practice at home as much as you can before the session, before the contest. Okay, opening techniques. We will cover this very quickly. You can explain why the topic is important or make a surprising statement, create suspense or curiosity, tell a story or anecdote, ask a rhetorical question. I don't want to get into this right now because I have to cover the table topics section. I don't have much time. Or begin with a quotation, refer to the occasion. This is for, you can refer to the contest if you want. And this also gives you time to think about the topic. This is a very good technique actually. Okay, now let's come to tips and techniques to address table topics. Say there is one topic and you are completely lost. Your brain has stopped working and you do not know what to do. There are tips and techniques that you can use and you can talk about anything and everything. Let's take an example. What are the biggest challenges facing the future of India's young people? Quickly, a volunteer please.
Unemployment.
A volunteer. Come on, quickly. For 1 minute, timer, can someone else timer? This is just unofficial. 1 minute, yeah, nice.
The biggest challenge India youth is facing is unemployment, and this is the biggest political issue also since elections are approaching. Now it is going in with 4 states, and then Lok Sabha election is also there in 2024. So this will be the main agenda of opposition, and we have seen in the past also, I think in COVID time, unemployment rate was highest in the history of free India. So that was alarming, and this is one thing where masses can connect to. And since there was no other agenda available, it could be a very big agenda for the opposition against the government. So,
right. Wait. Now, very well spoken. How can we make it more organized? How about we refer to the definition speech? Now, what is a definition speech? It is called, it is a problem solving technique. Now, you may want to note down these points. Whenever you are presented with a problem, he spoke about unemployment. Okay, wonderful. How can he make it more effective? The first step, name the problem. Unemployment. Second step, define the problem. What is the meaning of unemployment? Third step, give examples. He did that again effectively. Would you have said anything else after that? You would have just concluded it, right? How to make it more effective? Now you have named the problem, come to the solution as well. Name the solution, define the solution, give examples. So what am I doing now? I'm giving hope to my listeners. I'm giving hope to my audience that yes, this is the problem that the youth of India is facing right now. But let me give you a solution as well. Quickly, can you give me a solution?
The solution I see is moving people from agricultural jobs to industrialized jobs. So let us invite more FDI, more investment from outside. We are doing that to some extent. Apple is there. We are focusing on manufacturing. Let us also focus on service industry, which is the largest employment generator.
And can you quickly give me a call to action in the end? What we can do sitting in this room here, or maybe once we are back home, what we can do today itself?
I think at our level, let us try to make our society more educated. If we all are educated person, we are working in corporates. So if we can pull out these people and educate our rural people also.
What can I do as an individual? Tell me exactly what to do. Call this number, or log on to this website, or educate your house help child today. Give me one thing that I can do.
Probably I will join NGO where I can go on during weekends and teach some of the kids there and extend helping hand.
Excellent. So you see how instead of just talking about the problem, I also gave the solution, and the last step was call to action. Call to action is where I tell my audience what to do today. What is the meaning of call to action? Forget table topics. In simple English, what's call to action? Anyone from advertising marketing here?
Inspiring people to do some action. Give me next step.
Can you give me an example? Say only for the next 2 hours. Click now. Call this number now. Say only for the next 2 days. Avail this offer now.
Pick up your phone and call now.
Yes. Pick your phone and call now. That's call to action. And when we leave our audience with a call to action, what does it do?
They are motivated to do something.
Motivated, adrenaline pumping, and you would have made a difference. This is a very powerful technique to address table topics when you are presenting to the problem. It's also called the problem solving technique. I've given this name myself, but it helps me remember the steps. Alright. Next, another volunteer, please, quickly. Prashant sir. Quickly, Prashant sir.
I have not thought about it.
Quickly.
Very busy. Topic of his liking.
I will not hear about your marriage today and about your wife. I don't want to hear about your wife. Okay. Oh my God! Exactly. You're right. Are there any benefits of getting married, or should we opt for a live-in relationship? Quickly. 50 seconds.
So thanks, but actually you should not ask me the second question. The first question is okay. But I just want to advise to my young team members and everybody what I seen, what I heard, what I did. Love is beautiful. Enjoy it. Oh, sorry, I also forgot. Sorry. Love easy to say. Love easy to say. Beautiful to feel. Difficult to deal. Difficulty is a part of life. That's why girlfriend is never your wife.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Please let's not forget, we are discussing all this from the perspective of the contest. So let's put some substance into this. How do we address a problem like this with pros and cons? Please.
So
what I personally feel that actually
Please come.
in relationship, what happened that affinity or that connection is not there, which is in marriage. And that's why you see that in most of the times people means after 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, the relationship failed. It is not for the small or big, even for the big celebrities like I have seen John Abraham and I don't want to name that girl. But you see that failed. Why? Because that affinity is not there. Why that affinity is not there? Because they don't feel that it is
No. You are digressing from the topic. The topic is what is the benefit of a married relationship vis-a-vis living? So you are again. Keep the main. This is a perfect example of keep the main thing. If we talk about pros and cons here, we will be able to define it very clearly. These are the pros of a marriage. These are the pros of a living relationship. These are the cons of a marriage, and these are the cons of a living relationship.
So let me tell you about the pros about the marriage.
How much
Marriage.
time do I have?
1 minute.
Like 4 to 5 minutes.
That's fine.
I think let's discuss this after. I just wanted to quickly emphasize on the point that pros and cons method works very well when you are given a choice. When you are given two choices that you have to select between. So instead of just putting your thoughts out there haphazardly and not knowing how to structure them properly, if we list out the pros and cons of both the choices, we will be able to give a definite answer to the audience. Thank you, Shveta. Thank you so much.
In this case, we give a pros and cons for both, and then we have to conclude with what we think.
Yes. And if you are not able to reach a conclusion, you can leave it up to the audience.
Yes.
But at least you would have given them
So
points.
how many pros and cons will you take? Maybe 2 or 3?
Personally, I think not more than 3. Even a couple of, 2 are enough.
2 are enough.
Because you just have a couple of minutes to talk.
But Shveta, one question to you. If you are asking about pros and cons, as per Newton law, there is some pros and cons for everything. Like married, some pros are there, cons are there. Similarly, for the basically for the living relationship.
Correct.
So again, it depends upon how you take it. Because
Yes.
this might be suited for you, but
Of
it is
course.
not suited for me.
I am giving my personal opinion here. I, as a person, have been asked a question by the contest master, and I am called upon the stage to give my personal opinion. So, as per me, these are the pros, these are the cons.
Okay.
This is my thinking. Now I leave it up.
Okay, if someone has opinion like I'm just talking in favor of marriage, so I'll just say pros of the marriage and cons of living relationship. Is that okay?
You can do that, but then you would not be doing justice.
Okay.
You will come across as a better speaker if you address both the points positively and negatively. Because then you will come across as someone who has researched well. Even if it's an impromptu speech, it will come across as, oh, this is something he knows about. So because see, you don't have to give your judgment, you have to give a solution, non-judgmental solution. Okay, so it's better to talk about both aspects.
It's asking for my opinion, so that's why I
Yes,
said.
but I will listen to you more if I know you have talked about the pros and cons of both the aspects.
Okay. So kind of a balanced approach.
Because then, balanced approach, because you will come across as an expert in that case. Alright?
But I have a question, when we are speaking impromptu, generally, you speak out of your, personal experiences, because when you're prepared, you look for facts.
Correct.
But when you are not prepared, then it comes from, from what
Yes.
you feel. And how do you overcome that?
I tell you,
it comes
it's a
very
very good
naturally.
question. My personal space consists of my friends and family as well. My personal space consists of things I may have read about. Like Prashant sir talked about actors and actresses. That's also my personal space. That's my personal opinion. It's out there for me to read. And I have read it. And I have formed an opinion based on what I've read. So that's also my personal space. Does that answer your question? Like, I don't have to answer from my life. I can answer from my friend's life, from my relative's life. Also, from the perspective of table topics in Toastmasters and the contest, you can make things up. My friend got into a relationship and this happened. My friend Amit got into a relationship with Anjali. They lived together for 6 months. Something.
But my question to you, when basically you are participating in contest, when you want to give the personal opinion or you want to go with the flow? Flow means what is happening in general.
If I give my personal opinion or I tell you a story from my personal life,
Okay.
people will be able to relate to me more.
Okay.
This has happened with me. I have gone through this and I have overcome this problem. Or I have experienced marriage and this is what I feel. So I have established my credibility. But why should you listen to me? Because I am talking from my experience.
Absolutely right. I'm talking about, I'm just giving the example. Everybody like basically peer. Okay. But somebody will ask me about peer. If I'm saying something wrong, no, his policy is wrong, all this.
We don't talk about politics
No,
here
no,
for a
no.
reason.
No. Just I'm giving the example. Don't take it that way. So what other people will is against that? Might be, what I am saying my person is correct. It is not like that I am giving some.
Of course, Prashant sir, you will always find people who may
So that's
find that you are not.
my question to you, shall we go with the mass? Or shall
No, you have to present your opinion.
Okay.
You don't have to go with the masses. No.
Okay.
I think that's why you said that we should show pros and cons so
Yes.
that people don't think that we are biased
Exactly.
towards something.
So that was in the yes. So these are different methods, and you can combine them also. Pros and cons with something like the problem-solving technique. You can add pros and cons within that as well to establish a point. So, but I feel like talk from your heart. And if there's actually a personal experience that you can relate to or you can talk about, please go ahead and do that. Because the audience will be able to relate to that the most. Alright? Again, okay, I'm out of time. I have a few more techniques. Maybe.
That's fine. We can
I think we can please stop.
Please,
Please.
57 minutes hours, so maybe we can reach 3 4 minutes.
Alright, thank you very much. I need another volunteer, please. Come. We are talking about these tips and techniques so that you don't feel scared to participate in the Okay, your question is, does long distance dating cause distrust in relationships?
I think she spoke about this topic earlier.
Really?
Yeah, I remember.
I gave a proper speech.
Wonderful! I did not know that. We need a time of at least 50 seconds. 50. Yes. Yes. Does long distance dating cause distrust in relationships?
Okay, everyone. Does long distance dating makes you to distrust your partner? I think personally that this is very true. When you are so apart from someone, you don't know anything about their life, what's going on there, your partner is roaming with, what are they doing. I think that point sometimes it causes distrust, but it's all about your love, your feeling, what do you feel from the inside. Through my experience, that was literally very bad, and I think you can explore something new. You get time for yourself also. I think you should try this definitely. And during long distance relationship, you get to explore new cities if you visit there sometimes.
Alright. Now again we are digressing from the topic here. Let's do one thing now. The method is cause and effect. If we do this, then this will happen. You spoke about, yes, long distance relationship does cause distrust in the relationship. Now let's talk about what is it that one does that causes that distrust. Let's dissect. If your partner is not able to answer his or her phone throughout the day, please do not get into a frenzy. If your partner has failed to return your texts, please do not send her or him a 10-paragraph long message saying why you don't trust them.
I think it's easy for you to say, but not easy for an 18-year-old girl to say.
I'm with you there. No. Wait. I'm totally with you. However, I feel that an 18-year-old today is much wiser than a 43-year-old me. That is 100% sure. My daughter is also your age. So I definitely feel that you would have some perspective to share here with us. So according to you, don't worry about what people will be thinking. Just share. You have been asked a question. Again, let me come back to what I said earlier. You have been invited on the stage and you have been asked a question. So share your perspective. Don't worry about how old you are, how much experience you have. I'm sure you have some experience maybe from your friends' stories or some movies you may have watched. So your mind knows what to say. Trust your brain. These tips, okay, I can use cause and effect here, will help you frame your answers better. That if you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. And then again, you can share it in the end that yes, if it's not working out, you may as well just look back.
There is the whole world.
Yes. But that was not a question. See, again, let me come back to saying, keep the main thing the main thing. That is not the question here. Please don't forget the question. The question is, does long distance dating cause distrust in relationships? The question is not, is it okay to break up? That is not the question. Is that clear? Because this is what happens all the time. We forget the topic, we digress. Maximum marks will be given to the participant who talks about the topic. And when you don't know what to say, these tips can help you think quickly. Pros and cons. Here also you can talk about pros and cons. And here you can use the cause and effect as well. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Please take your
So
seat.
Shveta, in this case, so there is a question that does it causes a distress? So we can give opinion on both sides that it causes distress or no? It's
Yes, after you have explained 2-3 points through the cause and effect method,
Yeah.
in the end you wrap it up with your opinion. Of course, in the end you have to give your opinion.
Yeah.
Right?
So I can say that I don't agree that it causes a distress. Instead of that, it brings builds more bond.
But then, in that case, make sure that the points you use support your answer in the end.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Maybe you can conclude with saying that I recently read an article where the opinion about this particular thing is very much divided. So I cannot take any particular size.
Right, but that is your opinion.
Right.
He wants to say he does not believe in this. That is his opinion. That I believe long distance does not cause stress. You believe it can go either ways. So, like I said, if you were here, you would say that, and if Bharu was here, he would say that. So please talk from your heart. Say what you believe in. Before saying that, establish yourself, establish your credibility by using the cause and effect method. Give them reasons to believe you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Alright, thank you very much. Next. So, quickly, come. Okay, real life relationships versus romance in films and movies. Which one should we learn from? Quickly, 50 seconds.
Real life
Relationships versus movies.
real life relationship versus movies. I think what we see in current Joel movies, what we see in movies doesn't really work in the real life. Because you are 24/7 with your partner, you are married, so the scenarios and practically the things are real different as compared to what is happening in movies. So
That's fine, that's fine. I appreciate your effort.
But,
now let me give you
Yeah,
yes.
can't we exaggerate here? Like, take the non-predictable one, then.
Of course.
Yeah.
Exaggeration is, we will come to that also. I love exaggeration in table topics. I think it works very well. Here what we can do is compare and contrast. How are they alike? You just dismissed movies completely, right? There may be some people in the audience who may not agree with you there. Even if you're dismissing it, we all love those movies. Every week, millions of people are going to the theaters to watch those movies. Is it because we don't believe in them? No, we do.
Every guy wants to be a Raj.
Every guy wants to be Shah Rukh Khan, yes. Every girl wants to be Kajol, that's right. So what do we do in such a case? How are the two alike? How are they different? And what are the things that we can pick from both? So this will add substance to your speech. Right now it was just a very haphazard rant about whatever happens in movies does not happen in real life. No. It was basically all negative. It was a rant. If you talk about the similarities, if you talk about the differences, people will be able to relate. What could be a similarity?
I would say that if you look at some of the films are based on real experience. One is your real life experience. The movies sometimes repeat the real experience that just happened in past, so it gives you something more to learn.
Absolutely. Even from the movies that are not based on true events. Emotions, people falling in love, people falling out of love, the way they show people fighting, the way they show a father and son fighting over property, or brothers or siblings. So all that is taken from real life.
And then you get to know about different situations that might happen because of this current scenario, and then how people respond and what would be the possible outcome shown in the movie. At least one path will be clear in your mind. What can happen if you choose this? Of course, there might be variations.
Yes, it is a brilliant way to compare them. Compare and contrast method. This comes in handy when again you are presented with a topic that has two aspects to it which may be similar or different according to your perspective. Maybe Hajinder here thinks movies and real life are very similar. He has a loving partner and a wonderful life, God bless, and he may feel that my life is like a movie. I love my life. And maybe there's somebody else, XYZ, who thinks that things did not work out for me and nothing movie-like in my life. So here you can present both the aspects. You can compare and you can draw a contrast as well.
So it happens sometimes you don't have thoughts. You are aware of it. Like there are similarities and there are some practical depiction from the movies that broaden up your mind and So, but it is not happening at the time.
There are so many aspects you can talk about. You can talk about maybe some science fiction movie, whatever you are fond of watching. You can talk about superheroes. You can draw a comparison from the superheroes of the movies to the superheroes of the real life. You can talk about doctors.
You can talk about challenges of like relationship in real life versus like what you see.
There are millions of aspects to movies and to life. And this is just one example.
And movies are generally scripted, whereas in real life,
Exactly.
there's no
Actually,
script.
if you see that everything they have exaggerated. It is not basically possible in the real life.
You can talk about how religion is depicted in movies, and in real life, how people respond to religion. You can talk about, like I said, superheroes, you can talk about relationships, you can talk about politics.
We can talk about documentaries as well.
Of
They
course,
are
of course.
But I'm just saying the thoughts. Thoughts are not able to think on that particular moment. After 1 minute, maybe I have
That
thoughts.
is why I have named these techniques.
Even the
Comparing
challenge you
contrast.
face, there are so many techniques, right? Which technique did you
That comes with practice.
Depends on the topic also.
That comes with practice.
Depends on the topic
Of
also.
course, but at least if you are aware of these techniques, you can start using them.
Actually, one point I would like to make is that classic example of impromptu speech is the interviews. I'm not talking about even UPSC level, even whatever interviews that you are giving. In that also you have to think on top of this stuff, and
Correct.
also one of the criteria of those interviews or type of question is behavioral question. And then when I gave the interview, basically I had to learn about those different techniques, like behavioral interviews can have these different categories, and then I have to correctly correlate. This is the only thing that I have to do. If I can correlate correctly these techniques, then I know how to answer it. That split second
At
moment I
least
need
you
to
have the
correlate.
techniques at the back of your mind. So when you are presented with the question, you have those 5-7 seconds to quickly think, okay, this technique can be used here. Right? Thank you so much.
And it would be much better to at least speak using these techniques rather than completely blank.
Exactly, because if you use
Even
the
if it is
tech-
wrong.
Yes, because your speech will have some substance if you use one of these techniques. That is my guarantee to you. Alright? Okay. Okay, how has India changed in the last 20 years, and how do you think it will become 20 years from now? Again, you may not, everything might be a big pile of puddle and very chaotic. So many things happening in India last 20 years. How do I say this? This is also compare and contrast.
Present.
Past, present and future. You can talk about the similarities that are still there. What has changed and what other change can you predict for the future? Compare and contrast past, present and future. This can be used in that relationship question also. Marriage versus living. That in the past,
Timelines.
yes, you draw timelines. In the past, this used to happen. Presently, this is happening. And in the future, I feel this may happen. Again, all these techniques are just to give a structure to your speech. You already have your thoughts, but sometimes we just blabber our thoughts haphazardly. We do not know how to structure them. So these techniques help us organize them better and present them in a more effective way. We all know about the Oreo method, very simple. This is another technique. Now, how do we know that, okay, I can use the Oreo method? With practice. Every session we are reminded, Oreo method, Oreo method, Oreo method. This is what I call the trump card. When you can't think of anything else, Oreo method. It will never fail you. Anyone here who is not aware of the Oreo method? Okay, very simple. O stands for opinion. If I do not know anything about the question, I can take one word. I have understood one word out of the whole sentence. I start giving my opinion about that one word. Then I back it with reason. Then I give an example to back my reason, and then I end with my opinion. Okay, I'm out of time. I have a couple of more things. Is it okay if I continue? Just a couple of more things. Yes, okay. Stories. If nothing else works, if Oreo also fails you, start telling a story. Even if you cannot connect your story to the topic initially, while speaking, you can eventually connect and come back. Ever happened with any of us on the stage here while delivering table topics? So if nothing else works, if you forget all the methods, all the techniques, if it's too much to remember, just connect the words. Okay, this is one exercise I'll have to do. If we had more time, I would have done it right now. Connect the words is, again, sometimes the brain is foggy and you cannot make sense of the topic. Say you have your mind as, like my mind that day picked up two words, war and peace. So I connected that and just said something. So I did not make a complete fool of myself. So if nothing else works and you are just frozen there, you have 250 people sitting in front of you and you don't know what to say. You have not understood the topic also. Pick any 2-3 words that you have understood from the topic and connect them. Fan, laptop, bottle. Yesterday when I came home from work, I saw my fan was already on. And I know that if I had switched it off in the morning, how come my fan was on? And then, as I went to my bedroom, I saw there was a laptop on my bed. I knew I was carrying my laptop that morning. I rushed to my car to check if I had carried my laptop or not. And what do I see instead? My water bottle. So, just connect any 2 or 3 random words and create a story out of it. If nothing else works. Okay,
should we engage audience? Use that, but it can take your time, right?
Not in a contest, I would not suggest that.
In contest, no, completely. Okay.
Try to avoid it. Maybe open-ended questions, rhetorical questions, yes. But question and answer like this, yes, what do you think about this? Avoid that. Because let's quickly come to the ballot paper. Okay, I'm not coming to the closing techniques now. Yeah, this is the ballot paper. This is available online. So speech development, 30%. What does that entail? Opening, body, conclusion, organization and smoothness. What is the meaning of smoothness?
Transition from
Transitions. Excellent, thank you very much. Effectiveness, 25% of the marks. Logic, what does effectiveness entail? All this is available online. You can just Google the table topics ballot paper, judges ballot paper, Toastmasters, and you will get it. Effectiveness is logic, directness, enthusiasm, achievement of purpose, audience response. Audience response. Are they nodding along? Judges will note all this. Are they nodding along? Are they smiling? Are they reacting to what you're saying? Okay, physical, your appearance, please dress up smartly for the contest. Body language, speaking area. Okay, speaking area, do not be stuck to one point. Make sure you use the speaking area and do not step out of the speaking area as well. Be very conscious of that. Before the contest begins, you will be shown the speaking area very clearly. So please make use of the whole stage, because they will be judging you on this. The physical appearance is 15% of the total. Voice, flexibility and volume. Of course, do not keep a single pitch or a straight tone. Modulate your voice as and when required. Appropriateness is 10%. Speech purpose. Correctness, grammar, word selection, pronunciation is only 5%. So please don't worry too much about it. Yes, please.
I have 2 questions. First of all, about the stage movement. If I look at the big leaders on the world stage, PM Modi, Biden, even CEOs of Google, Apple, they don't cover the stage. They are standing on the podium and then delivering a speech. At least for a person like me, even a slight movement on the stage digress me from the attention. What are they saying basically? I don't know whether it is important here or not, but for me, even if I'm standing here, if I start moving, I lose the connection with the audience. I need to be focused. Second question is, I heard here that people giving points to the speakers who are like talking in two-person scenario, like I said this, I feel very dramatical. It's little impossible for me to do it.
Okay. I would love to address that, both the questions actually. The first is something that I personally struggled with when I started Toastmasters. And what I was told them and have experienced over the past 7-8 years is, why do they encourage the stage movement in Toastmasters? Because once you are completely uninhibited, are you able to talk and walk at the same time? What if you have a huge audience area, sitting area, and people sitting in one corner of the hall are able to view you clearly? What about the people sitting there? Yes, they may be able to see you on the screen. Yes, they may be able to hear you very well. However, if I walk up to this part of the stage, if it's a huge area, and I look at my audience directly here as well, they will relate more, they will like me more, they will connect with me more, they will remember my speech better.
There is more impact.
Yeah,
It will be more impactful.
Yeah, otherwise what will happen that they will lose connect and they might be.
They may listen to you. They will listen to you. They will watch you on the screen. Yes. It does give you more confidence. Once you are able to establish that connect with the whole room. Yes, our PM talks from one podium. Yes, the world leaders talk from one podium. But we are talking about other kind of leaders here as well, who may not be, and of course if you reach that stage, you are welcome to talk the way you want to. And when they are speaking from the podium, they know that they are being covered live and they are being broadcasted to the whole nation. But here, I have seen CEOs of companies get down from the stage and get into the audience while speaking. Why do they do that? To establish that connect.
So many of them are, some CEOs, maybe this guy, I've just seen them. He was roaming all around the stage and he was like, talking to this section, talking to this section, talking to that section.
Yes, you have to create that personal connect. And my suggestion is that if you are struggling with that, try to work on it. You will find that once your inhibitions have been shed, you will find that you are able to talk more freely. You don't have to hide behind the podium anymore. It will free you as a speaker. It will completely make you feel like you can do anything.
I think we can start practicing this at our home only.
And here, this is the practice stage.
And we have
There is a
podium.
difference between speech and talk.
Yes, you have to have a conversation.
PM or somebody sometimes
They are
they
giving a
deliver a speech
Yes.
and talking is different.
Something like that. A speech should not be a speech. A speech should be like a conversation with the audience.
So if you are on a big stage, so like the district level contest and everywhere, so there is a large audience. Like there are at least 200, 300 people.
Yeah.
And if you stand at one end of the stage, you will also feel that I am not able to connect with the audience.
And you know what? I'll tell you one more thing. If I'm giving a speech somewhere, if I'm talking, I want to be remembered. And this is something that will help my audience remember me, even after 10 years. There was one speaker at Oration, I think 6 years ago, Sam Cawthorn. He was walking into the audience and talking, and he was jumping from one aisle to the other end. Everybody in that auditorium remembers him till date.
Even for table topic? Even for table topic, or is it for paper?
Generally.
Table topic, I believe it's only for 2 minutes, right?
Yes.
Even for
So just
competition.
cover your. So see, Toastmasters is training you through table topics. Toastmasters is Although, like you said, it's not the most important thing, which is why its appearance, body language, and speaking is 15% only. So they don't give, I mean, it's not the most important thing, but it's good to be able to. Does that make sense?
And it gives you confidence also. Like when you look at audience in different section, you see their reaction, how they are taking it. It gives you confidence.
For the third time, I've been showed the red card.
Okay, we can take it realistic offline conversation.
I think we're nearly done. Finally, okay, final side. Keep it short and sweet. Yes, keep it short and sweet.
Short, sweet, and simple.
Okay, we are done. Thank you very much.
We should have dedicated an entire meeting for this.
Thank you.
We are skipping table topics.
But I want one promise from all of you now that you will not be scared of table topics anymore.
Yeah, we already have this table topics, so we can
Too good, too good.
Thank you.
Our Virat Kohli has stayed much longer.
Century.
Oh my God.
He has played 4 innings. So, thank you so much, Shveta ji. Now we will move to the next section, and it is about prepared speech. And without taking much time, I would like to invite Toastmaster Tanmay for this speech. Just a bit introduction about Tanmay, though he's a new member here, but it seems he is very veteran. He is very active in all the sessions and almost participating in all the activities here in the Toastmasters. He hails from Kolkata, and he is graduated from Indian Statistical Institute and now working with Barclays. So I will have the pleasure of welcoming Toastmaster Tanmay on the stage. Before that, I would request his evaluator, Toastmaster Rahul, to tell about his speech.
Toastmaster Tanmay will be giving his fourth speech of level 1 of presentation mastery, and the purpose of his speech is to practice applying feedback and serve as speech evaluator during a club meeting. And the speech title is Work From Home. All the best.
Thank you. Good morning. Still good morning. Okay. So we all worked for good 2 years during pandemic from home, and we returned like you, all of you. We returned in 22 last year. But still, I love work from office. It's very productive for me so far. 2-3 reasons. One, definitely you can meet your colleague and have impromptu conversation, collaboration, and of course you can hear gossips. But work from home marks basically a couple of interesting things in my mind, in my memory. And today, if I reflect, I can call out 6 different rules which mark my memory for work from home. So I'm going to share those 6 rules from you. The first one is mute and unmute theory. Right? So it's still actually in my mind, this particular phrase, you are on mute. It also comes certain times in my meeting. I think we all have or all encountered this particular phrase. Sometimes I just struggle with single mute, double mute, triple mute maybe, and lost somewhere I don't know. And if you're a team leader, you know, you're probably thinking your employee is taking a nap. But soon, a new theory, new concept came, particularly from disturbance. We started hearing another instruction. Can you all go on mute? If you are not aware of the situation, you suddenly, mistakenly kept yourself unmute. You probably heard that also. So this was my first theory from my work from home. The second one is the destruction hypothesis. This hypothesis states that no matter whatever the situation, probably the probability will be very close to 100%, you'll get a distraction, particularly when you are in a most important meeting. It could be the origin can come from anything. It could be from binge watching. You're probably playing game. Probably someone just came to deliver something, or the assorted home delivery. And the most deadliest one is when the person asks for OTP and you are in the middle of the conversation and you only have the SMS. I also faced this situation. But soon what we did, we adjusted ourselves with this particular distraction. We understood, we started delegating, and we started enjoying also. Last night when I was preparing, I started at 10 p.m. And all the distraction typically I faced during exam day came and reminded me my school days, right? I started watching Netflix, I started reading newspapers, I had a conversation with the friends. All happened between 10 to 12 in the night. And finally, I started writing this page at at midnight. Don't judge me for the quality, you know the reason. So I also suffered from this distraction hypothesis. The third one, I call it 24-hour evaluation. The concept started that we probably didn't imagine that we'll spend 24 hours for good 2 years at this stage with our family, right, partners, wife, daughter-in-law. Never realized that she need to spend 2 years, right, with probably her mother-in-law. I know some of them wanted to desperately go and work from office. I saw that situation also. But this concept also evolved over time. What I saw that people started loving it. I don't regret. After 2 years, I know initially when we all gathered in a single room, we could hear each other noise, phone calls. We struggled a bit. Initially, we didn't have our chairs. We worked from our dining table. But soon it started to evolve. If I look back, I think our bond became very strong. At least for my wife and my family. And particularly it happened very nicely with the kids. They had very good bonding with their parents, particularly if they are working. So it evolved very nicely over the time. The fourth concept I would say, the Goa anxiety axiom. I know all of you, probably I knew that all of you knew at least one friend, acquaintance, colleague who worked from Goa and gave you that kind of feeling. Goa can be replaced with anything, right? Himalayas, Alibag, if you are in Mumbai, Kasoli. But I know you had that kind of envious feeling. And it happened with us also. And sometimes I wondered, how come people are so easily moving from one place to another? I had to think about my kids' school. I'm quite lazy. I was even thinking about my need, what kind of support system I would get. And here I could see that people left everything, and at least one person with this nice Goa and Himalayas background working and giving that kind of feeling. Right? The other one I would say, the fifth one I would say, the intellectual background postulate. What does it mean? Background matters in this Zoom team calls, right? What kind of background do you have? And the easy solution to portray or give intellectual look is basically if you keep a whole bookshelf behind you. And I have seen this particular trend also. It doesn't matter whether you read that particular book, you borrowed or you freshly purchased from a bookstore, as long as those books are there. If those books are from a well-known Pulitzer Booker writers, very bulky, right? Seldom read, those actually undo that reputation that you can come across as an intellectual.
But that situation also towards the end evolved. Now in hybrid structure, you can see that people started using different kind of other background. It could be nice wallpaper, or sometimes you can blur it. The last one is your pet and children syndrome, or syndrome. So this particular syndromes evolve around the situation when you are in the middle of important meeting. Whatever remote position they are in, they would come and basically join you for that important meeting, and they sense that. I'll stop here. I was also looking for an escape, and from these 6 rules, and I found you, this Toastmaster Club. And the beauty of this Toastmaster Club, there is only one rule: just show up. And I did this today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tandar, for the wonderful speech about working from home. We all have gone through those situations while working from home during COVID time. Next speaker. Sorry, we will wait for a minute. Please give your feedback for the Tandar's speech. Okay, thank you. We will move on to the next speech, and that is by Toastmaster Gautam, who have resumed his innings with Toastmaster again, and he is from Northeastern region. And as I said, he was the ex-member of Toastmaster, and he is a chartered accountant by profession. Let us all welcome Toastmaster Gautam at this stage. Before that, I would request his evaluator, Toastmaster Harjinder, to talk about his speech objective.
So good afternoon everyone again. So Gautam is from Bikaner. Gautam is going to deliver his icebreaker speech. His pathway is dynamic leadership, and his project is project 1 from level 1 project. And I wish him best of luck as he resumes his journey. And timer, please note that his speech timing is from 4 to 6 minutes. At 4 minutes, you can show green card, and then yellow card at 5, and 6 at red. And also, I request everyone to give him standing ovation after he completes his speech.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, veteran Toastmasters and members. So today I am going to deliver my ice-breaking speech and starting my Toastmasters journey again. The great thread of life, the change is only constant. Nothing is permanent except only the beauty of impermanence. This was said by the great author Jim G. So I will phrase my journey of life into 3 parts. So I'll start with the first part, and that is my joyful innocence. I come from a background from northeastern part of India, and I had a very good childhood memories from that part of the country. So I was from Assam, a northeastern part of the country. In this journey, in this particular phase of journey, I was the youngest one of the siblings and the most loved one. I had Yes, I was the youngest in the family from the siblings, and I started. So I was being loved from all the members of the family. So being in a small town, our home and our factory was in the same area. We could see.
Do you want some water?
Continue.
He will do fine.
Yes,
We are with
story.
him.
Just tell your story.
Start
Tell your story
with
like she told.
by heart.
Go.
So, yes, I was the youngest one, most pampered one, and I was loved by the factory workers, my teachers, and the family members. My sibling used to complain why I was being treated as a VIP in the family, where we were also the same. But my grandfather always told that he was special and we will continue to do the same. But they were very much irritated by the same. And today also, trust me, they are irritated by the same. So continuing with this, we had a very group of friends and we used to meet every day in my farmhouse and we used to play like nothing. And I will always cherish that memory, still remember that memory and enjoy that moment. Today, when I look back, I still see that the life was very simple, without hustle and bustle, and it was carefree life. I was not caring of anything, and it was one of the most happiest phase of my life, and the most, I would say, most happiest phase of my life. I'll start with my second phase of my journey, which is unexpected life turns. So in this part of journey, I could not ask much thing from the God because I was one of the happiest person living in the earth and being in the smallest town. But when I was in 6th standard, something was not going my way. I received some unexpected news, and that was my father gone into ill and he was not well. So going to doctor and the report said that he had a cancer, and that too in the last stage. He was a fine man and we did not expect such a thing. I did not know what has happened. But this was something unexpected that has come to our family. My mom tried whatever best possible from post to pillar. I think she went across the country to save, but nothing helped. He survived for a month, and our life changed dramatically after that incident. Nothing helped. All our business partners, family members betrayed us in that moment. We were in a huge debt. The money that we owed never was paid by them. In that particular difficult situation, the only person who stood very firm and fearless, and I see there was a blessing from God, was my mother. She not only stayed out from that situation, she took care of 3 kids and depressed grandparents, but from that situation she started a new venture as well. We worked very hard from that situation. And from that situation, we were together, we fight together, we were living together, we were supporting together. The only thing that I learned from that particular moment was that nothing is permanent, and time is medicine, and it can heal anything and everything. Moving back to my third journey. In this journey, when nothing was going my way, and everything was against. In this particular journey, I could see that my grades were going down. I was down. My teacher was not liking me anymore. My friends were not my friends now. They started disliking me. So, in that particular situation, I decided to move to a new city to start my journey because I was not able to concentrate on my studies. So I moved to a city of joy called Kolkata. And in this city, I landed in a PG where most of the people were from CA background and all the people were on studying CA. I was the only who were not CA. A short notice came that a person who is not a CA in that PG won't be continuing that PG for more than two weeks. And I had to kind of vacate the PG, but that was the last thing that I wanted to do. So I started, fortunately or unfortunately, I enrolled to CA to just be on the PG and started doing my graduation. And there I landed up doing my CA, but I had the least interest in doing CA. Just to survive on that PG, I was there. My entrance exam came and 10 people were appearing for the exams. 10 out of 9 people passed, the only person that failed was me. In that particular situation, my seniors came to me and they called me on the room. They were my mentors and they called me and just gave a stern message to me. So what are you doing? Are you serious about the things? They told me, they gave me a warning, but the message that drove me was right. I think I still remember the message very, very clearly. The first message that they gave me, that you are a 20-year-old guy. We did not want to tell you that what is right and what is wrong. But I want to tell you one thing, that you can live your life like a 20-year-old guy, or you want to live a life like a 20-year-old guy where others 20-year-old guy want to look up to you. It's up to you and you have to decide. I think that message turned out my life today, and I still remember the message. And I did not look back after that particular message. And I took my studies very seriously. I qualified my CA till date. And I owe them my success of my life. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Gautam for taking us your inspiring journey. The message I got was live a life that people will look up to you. Thank you so much. Next was the time for the implementation of the learning we had today for table topic session. But due to paucity of time, we are not continuing with the session. So next time we will have.
Session is done.
Done, of course. We had a table topic.
Already we had some
table topic speaker we had here. So we will move to our last section, which is evaluation round. So I would request the match referee, who is general evaluator Ridham today, to come here and present his report. Where is Ridham? What a great session today, especially from veteran Toastmasters who explain about the table topics and very detailed. So here the heart of the Toastmaster meeting, the learning, from this session the learning actually begins. So here I'm going to invite Toastmaster Rahul, who is going to evaluate Toastmaster Sunrise meeting.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Work from home, very relatable topic and very well spoken by Toastmaster Dhanraj. The most impressive thing about his speech was the clarity of the speech. He was able to give a clear message and people could understand the theories that he mentioned and the relatable topic that he talked about, the work from home. So when you use this informative topic, and if you are not clear about it, it really disconnects the audience. So very well done by Toastmaster Tanmay. He was very clear. Second commendation for Toastmaster Tanmay is his body language. He was constantly using the hand gesture and the eye contact. What it does, in fact, it connects with the audience and lets them imagine the scenarios that he was sharing. While his speech was really great, I would share two recommendations. The first one is he had a really good start and the body where he shared the 6 theories, but I could sense the end was missing. I mean, it was ended abruptly, so you could work on the ending of the speech. And the second recommendation would be the stage movement. You were sharing 6 theories, so you could use different points. For example, you could share theory 1 here, then you can share the second theory here, then you can share the third theory here, and so on and so on. Instead, you were just constantly moving one point to another point, so you can work on that. To summarize, you had the speaker had really good body language. He was having a great clarity. If he works on the stage movement and work on the ending of the speech, he can take his speech to the next level. I wish him all the best for his future speeches. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rahul, for the detailed evaluation report. I think he have followed the CRC approach very proficiently. I mean, commendation, then recommendation, then commendation. This is a perfect way you can give the feedback. I found it personally and professionally very, very useful. So whenever I give the feedback to my colleagues, to my peers, and to my juniors, I just really follow this approach. This is also called a sandwich approach, wherein you layer your commendation between the commendation, basically. With that, I want to call upon this stage Toastmaster Harjinder to evaluate speech of Toastmaster Gautam.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thanks, Toastmaster Gautam, for sharing wonderful speech. And Toastmaster Gautam started his speech with quote. That's also a very good thing. And he has wonderfully shared his personal stories, his struggles, and how he overcomes his failures also, like in CA, once he failed and then he overcame. And he was grateful to his mentors as well as the guys who those guided him that yes, you can do something and be a good person so that other people look up to you. So being grateful is also a great habit, and he shared it very well. And I think in the beginning of the speech, your hands were clapped. You could have become more open in the speech. And there was long pause. I think this long pause is mainly because of less practice. So you could have practiced more. And if we see towards the end, you were in very good flow after the pause and towards the end also. So that shows that you are already a good speaker, but little bit more practice will help to become a better speaker. Overall, very good speech, and we got to learn from your experiences, like you shared about your personal family stories, how your mother overcame all the struggles, and so this is very inspirational for all of us. And thanks for sharing your learning with us. Thank you. We look forward to hear more from you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harjinder, for your evaluation. Now it's time for the auxiliary role players. We have a tag team, and now I want to call upon stage Toastmaster Ritvik will going to evaluate, will going to explain the grammarian part. Thank you.
Today, I think none of us did the justice with the word of the day. let me talk about it once. So I hope that our learnings from the table topics will not be ephemeral. Okay. And then in the same context, there are some facts about the learnings, whatever you read or listen. So whatever Toastmasters Shveta has talked about today, if you don't go through it at least within the next 24 hours, 50% of this will be lost. And if you don't go through it for a week, you will not be able to remember anything. So my request is that please do share, and going forward with every meeting, for a person like me who believes mostly on the logic side, this is going to be very, very beneficial. Thank you. Now I'll start with my report. Out of the 6 categories, only one category I couldn't find any examples, that is non-sequiturs, that the logical connect is not there between whatever you said earlier and the final statement. But rest all I got the details. And the most problematic maybe for our specific region is the grammatical error. And this is what I have been observing for a long time. Out of the 6 different categories, grammatical errors is the one that is taking the top spot. For example, we had more prettier than you, more richer than you. It should be more pretty, more rich, right? Most deadliest, this particular syndromes, they says that most happiest phase, we fight together, we fought together. So you must be able to correct it in your mind what I said, okay? The next one is in the list is eloquence, which is very difficult, how you present yourself, how you carry forward your talk, vocabulary, makes sense. So first of all, I must commend Toastmaster Varun for actually correlating the entire session today with the cricketing event that is happening. Very well presented. And the few words that he has used, one of those is batting fulcrum about Virat Kohli. Secondly, about Tanmay, he spoke about mute and unmute theory. He has given the names, different names basically. So this is one of the critical way how you can actually relate or pass on your message to the audience. Then quote on change is the only constant from our icebreaker speaker from Jim J. Pose to pillar. Time is medicine. So these are the way that you can express your feelings or your words or your message to the audience. Quickly, incomplete sentence. No matter what the situation you have. Ideally, it should have been no matter what the situation is. Then move forward. And lastly, mispronunciation is strong message. It should have been strong message. Okay. And one more, malapropism, wherein you use incorrect word. That is, play like nothing. We used to play like nothing. It should be play like anything. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the detailed report. It was a technical one, but yes, good. And now I want to call upon stage timer of the day, Toastmaster the other side, who is going to present the time report. So let's welcome the timer of the day.
Good afternoon, everybody. Starting, Shveta madam has taken almost 1 hour, but we got a lot of knowledge. We required that. That's why we have allowed you. 56 minutes she has taken. Next, Tanmay has taken 8 minutes. He has exceeded that timeline. Mr. Gautam has, we have provided him 4 minutes, but he took 9 minutes. Then evaluation, Rahul, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Harjinder has taken, he is only qualified, I think. Harjinder 1 minute 40 seconds.
Both are qualified.
Acha, this also. Sorry. He not cross, he not exceed. Okay, Rahul also qualified.
Everyone is qualified.
as per timeline. Harjan, then last Ritvik has taken 3 minutes. Thank you very much.
Last, I will call upon Toastmaster Jitendra to explain the now counter report.
choose करो तो चाहिए कि submit
Explain.
wanted to talk about our counter. Why we do this kind of reporting in Toastmasters? To note down, to understand like how we are
Become self-aware.
Self-aware, right? But actually, are we working on that? Do you note down how many clutch words did you use today? Nobody note down, right? Just remember and forget next time. Nobody works on that. This is the habit. This is one of the bad habits we have. So, just the solution is we have to be aware and we have to be conscious while speaking. So let's practice by Toastmaster meeting. Like today, I am not going to use so many times in this meeting at least. With this, I'll go report, and report is not very good.
Usually, I make a note of it. Every time I make a note of it whenever I speak.
You are a very dedicated Toastmaster. Yeah, we have to like one. So let's start with Sergeant at Arms. Just there was some long pauses. You are the first person, we can understand, but you did a very good job. So please continue. It will get improved. Okay, just take more breathe and all. So it will get improved. Huh? Some long pauses. Kritika, you used one 5 times so, one but. All okay, not very bad. Varun, you used 5 times 25 times so. So was a winner today. Some minor or couple like but, well, you know, but it's okay. I think so was the major concern. Rahul, 10 times so you can work on that. So was 11 times, what was 5 times. Rhythm, 10 times 20 times so, and you speak 2 times so. And there was one long pause as well while you were running, I think. Shveta, 3 times not very bad while speaking in 1 hour, I can understand. But 32 times so. So I think we all can work on so. So it's very habitual with us. Every sentence we come here so. And we will go so. We start so. And with everyone it is going to happen. So we can see.
Live example.
But I heard that. Okay. Ritvik, 10 times 2 times so, but all okay. Tanmay, 16 times there was continuous in the end part of your speech. It was continuous. I think you have also noticed that, right? 14 times so, 5 times but. There was repeated like it could be. Gautam, 5 times so, 8 times so, 5 times 2 times but. There was I repeated word, and great part of life, I one more time, all something like that. So there were repeated words. Harjinder, 9 times 5 times so, all okay apart from that. Dada Sahib, sorry, you used I think 3-4 times repeatedly, so I think you can work on that. Apart from that, all okay. Thank you very much. So please note down, work on that consciously. That is the only way to do it.
Thank you. Now I am here with the report, with my report. I want to keep it very short because with the interest of time. So starting with the start of the meeting. Meeting started at 10:32, 2 minutes late. But I would recommend that meeting to start right on time. And there are people who are late today, so I would request to people to come on time so that we are able to start meeting very effectively. So today there were no guests, I think. So and
the guest here.
You are a veteran Toastmaster. You are not a guest. So we have a newest member, Ruchita, who has been introduced during the meeting. During the day, session was Toastmaster of the day was Varun, and I think you explained the role in the beginning of the meeting. Then you also introduced the speakers, and the transition from from one role to the another role was smooth. So, very well done. And a special session by Toastmaster, veteran Toastmaster Shveta. It was a great session. So for the first time I have attended many meetings, but for the first time I have seen live session, live example with the live scenarios. Someone standing right here and who's been able to practice instantly and who was able to get where he was lacking. I think really well, great job done. So you talk about various techniques, for example, if you have a problem, how you can deal with the situation, the trouble topics. Then there are scenarios where you have the choice. You can talk about pros and cons. Then there are some situations wherein you can talk about the timelines from past, present, and the future to win the table topics. And then Oreo approach and connecting the words. So I think overall the session was really great, and it is something we can learn a lot. Moving toward the evaluation section, few recommendations. I want to start with the auxiliary rule. First of all, I have a recommendation for timer. Your report was really detailed, but from the aspect of timing, when someone has crossed the limit, you can show the red card and continues showing that, so other person is able to get that he is crossing the time and is able to wrap up on time. And similarly for the grammarian, the word of the day, I think, what do you think why word of the day was not used today? What was the problem?
Actually, what happened that meaning has not explained. Generally, what happened if the meaning is there, then it is very easy to correlate it.
Correct. So what I personally believe, two things: the meaning and if we keep the word of the day relatable, easy, and which can be used very easily, I think making that word of the day should be more useful. So one recommendation for that.
Basically, it could be maybe related to some public speaking or personal experiences, so that we can use more.
Correct.
Maybe theme oriented also.
Right.
But it is a
Yeah, it was a beautiful word, but not used.
But I think we should have put more effort into it.
Just to give you, not defending myself, but last time I gave mellifluous. Mellifluous has a meaning about something very pleasant to hear.
Yes.
Status was the same last time as well. So nobody used mellifluous. Either I'm giving something difficult or I don't know.
I think we should try to use that word.
It's like living in the moment. If you remember that, I can guarantee each one of you will be able to use no matter what.
I think
You
we
did not
should
remember that,
remember.
there is a word as well. You will focus on your speech.
We should remind
So
people.
the objective of this word of the day is to learn a new word, and when you use it, then only you will be able to remember it. Otherwise, you don't use it, you lose it.
I think
Right.
can remind
Mentioning it, remembering it, and explaining, giving some example when you are explaining the word of the day.
Right.
So you
Three examples.
I have a suggestion. We used to do this way back in MCDC. What we used to do was we used to write the word of the day and paste it somewhere in the
In front,
next,
yeah.
Correct.
Line of.
We can have the board here.
Yeah. So definitely we can do something.
Or maybe timer can have a placard used
Oh
for
my
the
God!
day.
Maybe.
Too much to ask for.
That will be tiring, but maybe you can just paste it over there.
Yes. In between he can remind like this.
So problem is with the prepared speakers, they are already prepared with their speakers, so sometimes it becomes very difficult
You
for
are
them.
right. Actually, we had
Same one day
one day earlier, but there was no group created, so I did not share.
Table
But
to
yeah,
master can remind.
I was not
TMOD as well can remind.
Good.
I think it's a great suggestion. We can put a word of the day right toward our eyes, so then it is pretty easier for us. Someone is explaining the speech. Yeah, it's right.
one day ahead, if I am grammarian going forward, I'll put in there.
So actually, it needs a lot of presence of mind for the person who is speaking.
Yeah, you are right. That person is already dealing with a lot of things.
So with that, I want to conclude my evaluation, and I want to hand over stage to Toastmasters for the day. Now after the match, it's the presentation ceremony. So time for awards. So would like to call upon the BCCI Secretary Jeshan, President Kritika.
Keep the applause going on for all of us. Before I move forward, just 30 seconds, please vote. Please quickly vote. The voting link is already shared on the group.
That's the second link, right? First link was the form.
Yeah, first link was the feedback form. Please remember to submit the feedback form as well. Sometimes it gets missed.
G should come and role play, isn't it?
Since we had only 2 evaluators, that is why we moved G to evaluators today.
Role play and no speaker.
Yes, because both the speakers were disqualified. Because
Both?
they exceeded more than a minute by time.
Then at least what happened? Both are disqualified. We should be out of that. We have to be very close. No?
Both are qualified.
Both are disqualified.
Both are disqualified, so we shouldn't give that.
Both are disqualified. That is
Both
why
are
we.
disqualified.
It should be fair because this will only help them learn that in contests also, if you don't keep the timing, they will be disqualified.
We should not give unnecessarily.
Yeah. So I think voting is done. Special thanks to Toastmaster Shveta for the wonderful session. We really learned a lot. And that is why we just allowed for the time because I was also thinking like just keep listening to it, right? It's good. Just keep listening. It was wonderful. Thank you so much for the session. Just one announcement and then we'll move to the results. 3rd December we are having table topics contest at the club level. The contest dates are already announced in the group. Area level contest is on 20th January, area H1. Division level contest is, you will get much time. It is in April. So club contest 3rd December, area level 20th January and division level 14th April. Table topics contest. ISC has not been announced yet. We will be announcing that later. With this, next meeting, today we learned on the tips and tricks for table topics. Next meeting, we will be having a table topics marathon just for helping you all to prepare so that each one of you are able to come on the stage for table topics. So next meeting, we will be having a table topics marathon and the next meeting, we are having the contest. So just please focus on the preparation, focus on the tips, tricks, practice with some topics. That will obviously help you all and practice more and please nominate yourself for the competition. Because for table topics contest there is no eligibility criteria. For ISC there are eligibility criteria, for table topics there are no eligibility criteria. So at least try and participate in the club level contest. That will help you. Sorry?
It's on 3rd?
Yes, it's on 3rd December.
Yeah, eligibility criteria is there. The member should be in a good standing.
Not a level completion. I think all the members are in a good standing, so that is an yeah.
Are you looking that we should be able to stand properly?
Sorry?
Complete level.
Yeah, you can participate in table topics contest.
You should be a member and you should have paid your dues.
Yeah, all the members have paid their dues, that is taken care of. And for ISC there are eligibility criteria, so just announcing we have ISC first week of Feb. We will be completing it by first week of Feb. So if you are at the end of your level 2, try to complete it off so that you are able to participate in ISC as well. Okay, any questions for contest? We will be sharing the nomination list soon. So please do nominate yourself for the contest and participate. With this, I think we have one guest. Yeah. Your feedback and your introduction as well, I think because you came late. Yeah.
Hello everyone, and sorry for being late today. And myself Vibhor Mahajan. Okay, this is my second time here as a guest. Okay, as last time I there's a I want to improve my communication and all. So I just want to come and see the Toastmaster, and the way people are present, I'm learning a lot from you. And ma'am, thank you for a lot I have learned today about how to give a speech and something like that. And thank you for much. That's all.
Quickly going to the results. So the best role player is none other than Toastmaster Shveta.
But she also actually made the time.
That was allowed by me.
So irritating.
We had a 2-in-1 session.
Yes.
Relationship also.
The next is best auxiliary role player, Toastmaster Ritvik. You learn a lot when you are a grammarian. He specifically mentions things. Yeah, that's
Very
great.
meticulous.
Very meticulous. The next and the last for today is best evaluator. For the day it was Toastmaster Rahul. Thank you. With this, I announce the end of the meeting. A huge round of applause for each one of us and